Spurs fans near and far? Back with your boy, Deji Spurs. And I'm with my homeboy, Marlon Bashman in the building. Yes,
do you know what? I should have got on my Spurs top, you know. I don't know why I should be...
This is my Spurs top at the moment. Man's wearing black. I'm at a funeral right now. That's how I'm feeling. But big up to everyone in the location. For those of you thinking this brother ain't going to do step to the mic, I will be doing step to the mic later on today. All the Chelsea fans, Arsenal fans, all these other brothers shaking their bum violently, you will have your opportunity to speak. But me and my bro, Marlon, we need to unwind. You understand? Domination in the location with no penetration. It's a long thing. Where are we at? So, Marlon, I've seen everybody has given their 2 cents on what happened on Thursday. And in the WhatsApp group, I could see that you were saying one of the things I would say about you is you're Mr. Sensible. Like, you're Mr. Calm. Don't throw your toys out the pram. It ain't that deep. Look at the bigger picture. Look at the horizon. The sun's going to be out soon in March. All of them things there. So I need a dose of that. I need a dose of that because right now, I swear, damn, if I see Postecoglou, yeah, bro, it's beef. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Because, bro, I love our club, yeah? I love my club. And let's just be real, bro. Like, we're looking very, very foolish right now. We're looking foolish.
Why? Why would you say we're looking foolish?
Well, let's get into it. Let's deal with the Liverpool game. And let's deal with where we're at, first and foremost. So let's go. Bro, Liverpool.
Yeah.
For you, you didn't seem too bothered by the result. So
no, that's a lie. I was bothered. No, I was bothered. But as you said, you got to look at the bigger picture. We've got players that are playing pair games, brother. Like Thursday, Sunday, without breaks. When one player comes back, someone dies. Not dies. Let me tell you that. Yeah. Someone gets injured. Do you know what? I've never seen something like this unless when I was really young and this weren't really focused. The injury crisis. I've never seen. It's actually quite ludicrous, you know. How can a player come back, then someone gets injured? Yeah. And we haven't had a break yet, so I won't be too hard on the players or even Ange because we're not able to rotate. And look at our bench. Look at when Liverpool made subs, they could bring on a decent level of players. Us, man, looking at he's 15, he's 12. Well, not that age, but you get what I mean. We're looking at you, man, that ain't got no experiences. Then you played, is it Danso, the new defender?
Yeah, Danzo, I like him.
Danzo. He's new, so he doesn't really know how Spurs plays. Yeah. Tell, he's new. Kinski, he's been with us, 5 games? His first game, he looks good. Don't get me wrong, I think he's got a bright future, but he's still young. So, no, he's right. Yeah. But then we've got Davies at the back, who realistically wouldn't play. We've got Gray, done excellent, played very well. Plays about 3 different positions. He wouldn't be starting. Spence hasn't been a starter, but Spence has been a very good player since. But
I've been saying about Spence from day dot, but keep going. Keep going.
But we're playing with a back 5 that don't know each other. Yeah. We're playing with a midfield that's burnt out. Son's burnt out.
Can I just say something and for you to continue? Yeah. So part of me, and you might think this is bad mind of me for saying this, do you make your own luck? And then you can continue. Because part of me thinks that Postecoglou is the reason why we are having this bad luck, if you get what I'm saying. Whereas you see with Liverpool, I think Van Dijk should have been sent off. That's a red. But because they've been so...
I missed that whole thing, you know.
Yeah, he leaned in and he hit Richarlison in his chin. And for me, I feel like Liverpool get away with that because they've been so good. You know, like when you're so good, you get the rub of the green. When you've been so bad, you don't get the rub of the green. So the injuries, the fact that I'm not getting surprised anymore because I feel like we've been so bad that this is where it is now. And I don't even think Postecoglou is even that bothered anybody. He's like, oh, another one's injured. Like,
it's out of his control. When things are out of your control, what can you do? Throw your toys out the pram. And he has to obviously be professional. But as I said, when you've lost so much players, there's nothing else you can do. But you just got to get on with it. It's not like they're going to stop the season for Spurs or let us just make so many loan signings. I just think it's been, I wouldn't say you make your own luck. I just think it's been one of those mad seasons where I don't think no teams had injuries like this. I think Liverpool did a few years ago, apparently. Liverpool, when they played Henderson and Fabinho at the back. But I don't see it being, it weren't this long, because this has been going on since
the season started. You know what I mean? Since the season started, mate, to be honest.
Even, look at even Solanke's injury. The man kick a ball and mash up his knee. Like, it's mad. I'm happy one at Brentford because I think the league form has been dodgy, and it's been dodgy because we've lost key players. Fans will run to, oh, you lost to Ipswich, you lost to Palace. Yeah. Chelsea lost to Ipswich with their full team. We lost to our full team. It happens. But if being honest with ourselves, and this is why I can't really listen to a lot of fans. I've been very silent in groups. I'm normally more vocal. I'm like, until you're being fair and realistic about the situation and accept that we've lost several key players and a very good goalie, don't come with that chat. Oh, Ange is not doing good. He's not doing. Give us our full team and give us a good 10, 12 game run and watch how Spurs will climb up the table. Spurs have got to, when they're all fit. But it's just, we just got to deal with the injuries. And another thing, sorry, I might be talking too. Another thing is, don't compare Spurs with Arsenal right now. We're in a rebuild. When Arsenal were in their rebuild, when they got rid of Aubameyang and all these so-called troublemakers, they weren't doing great. So just give it time. Don't be impatient and don't make no rash decisions. And another thing, if Levy gets rid of Ange, he's the next clown as well because he shouldn't have sacked Poch in the first place. He should never. You don't know. Poch in the
never. I was saying, don't sack Poch.
He had credit. He had credit. Yeah,
he had credit. He had credit in the bank. Yeah. Goldfish. Yeah. That's why I get mad. But big up to everyone that's locked on. Make sure you smash a like. Me and Marlon, I have to bring Marlon because he's not doing this. He's one of my level-headed brothers. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't even be here. And I love his take. So I just need to hear this. So, look, Marlon, I just want to vent out. Yeah. And then I need you to recalibrate because that's what you're doing. It's almost like a therapy session where I'm just letting off bullets, and then you're just like, okay, this is the reason for it. This is the reason for it. Yeah. So part of me now, I'm looking at our team. I get it. I agree with you. For me, that team our team is not so bad. Postecoglou came out after the game. We were passive, and for me, we weren't going to win that game. Look, when you lose your back five, it's a miracle if you're going to do anything. Yeah, it's any team that loses their back five, it's long for you. Arsenal have their back five missing. It's long for them. City, all of these other teams, Newcastle. But what I can't legislate for, bro, is when you don't turn up. So I'm a bit vexed because the Liverpool game, we didn't turn up. It's a semi-final. I don't give a damn if it's under 21s. I don't give a damn if we're playing our under 10s. Go out there, fight for your club. The only person that was fighting was Richarlison, Danzo, Spence, and Tell.
Great.
Bro, and great. But then
I wouldn't even put Tell in it. Tell, he's still, I don't know. Maybe
he's still new. But I look at, we did that at Brighton. We did that at Palace. We did it at Ipswich. We've done it a few games now. But for me, when you're telling us that you win a cup, part of the reason why Postecoglou is still in the job is because we thought if he's going to win any cup this season, because I was talking about the treble, he's probably going to win the Carabao, which is now, we're out of now. So how do you legislate for the fact that the man them for a long time ain't been turning up? The other thing I want to say to you, Marlon, as well, is that why does he keep playing? You kick ball, we kick ball. We did our project, if you don't mind me naming the project, Teenage Kicks, the project, You put the guys in their best position. That first goal, Archie Gray was not on Gakpo because he doesn't know the fine margins in terms of the yards because that's not his position. You've had him play left centre back, you've had him play left back, right on the back foot. It's too much, man. Just fix the brother in centre mid. Like, stop moving him about. You're a lost child.
But hold on, if you move him into centre mid, who's going to play in that position? Where would you play him? In centre mid?
DM, bro. DM the 6. That's his position, bro.
Do you think he can? All right, be honest. Yeah, have you seen him play that position,
bro? I haven't seen him play that position, but I've heard that is his best position.
That's true. You're right, but would you not go for experience instead of throwing him in the deep end there when you've got enough cover in the midfield? So why would you put him there now?
So, but why? But bro, we had Pedro Porro, and you got Jed Spence. So why is he right back then? Like, I do feel like this brother sets us up for failure, though. That's not what you do. I would have even gone as far as to have Archie Gray right wing. Like, what are we doing, bro? Because he's got legs. No, he's got legs, though. Bro, he's got legs.
What to take on a man? I don't know what Gray you've been seeing.
bro.
That sounds like a desperate move that you can't put a Gray there. I think Aziz, to be fair. Yeah. Oh, sorry, guys.
Aziz said he put a few quid on the treble. Sorry about that, mate. To be honest, this is why I had to bring Marlon, because Marlon ain't really deep in what I'm saying. The truth is, we could have made it to the final. I think.
Of course we could have.
Had we managed ourselves properly.
I don't think Liverpool played that good. I think you're right. I think he changed the setup of the team. I think not having Maddison or Kulu in front of the two holding midfielders made a difference because it was a bit pragmatic. Who was creating chances? Son and Kulu, who weren't really in the game, who got marked out.
Yeah.
He went for legs in there. It didn't work. I see what he tried.
Bro, I said on the stream, even before kickoff, I said every time I've seen Sarr, Bentancur, Bissouma this season, it ain't worked. Like,
them three ain't been together. When have you been together?
They played one or two games, bro, when the three of them were in the middle and it just didn't work, bro. Like, it doesn't, that midfield three don't work. And
yeah, but there's no creativity in there, though. Huh? There's no creativity in there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Kulu needs to be in the 10. I don't know why he didn't put Kulu, Sarr, and then either or Bissouma or Bentancur. Start with Tel right wing. I don't mind. Or Mikey. But Son is rubbish as well, bro. Like, I can't say Son's burnt out.
I can't have that one. I see a lot of people burn him out. He's burnt. He's just tired. Remember, this guy's played like 3 seasons in a row and has no summers off. You know, all right, he has a summers off, but he even plays for Korea when he's injured, bro. He's burnt out. He needs a break. None of these players are getting breaks. Porro, that was Porro's first break, you know, that game, and that was only a half. Tottenham players are not burnt out, but they've played so much football. If you check it, I think we played like the most football, you know.
Yeah.
Or up there, anyways. And we ain't been able to rotate. We ain't been able to rotate our players. So I don't. God.
As you're talking, this is from St. Francis. He said, Deji, please rein in your guest. He's chatting to you. He said, remind him that you were bad, even when you had your full team. Please don't keep quiet.
Do you see, this is nonsense.
Let me say this. Like, because Postecoglou is doing this thing like, when all the men them are back, don't worry, we're going to win. And I have to be real, bro. I'm not so sure that even if we had all the man them, we're going to do anything. Like, legit. Maybe we don't lose as many games, but I don't think we're sourcing the way this brother's trying to. I'm not trying to have a go at Ange, bro. I'm just saying that I've got serious concerns about Ange. I can't even lie to you.
Put that comment back up. What team does this guy support? I want to ask him a question.
St. Francis, if you're still in the chat, what team do you support? You've been
before I retaliate to that question.
Before Marlon retaliates, and big up to my guy, Nick Football. You know, that's my guy. I love this guy. I love his content. Big up to you, my bro, and Anderson as well, and brought in. Yeah, keep going, bro. Let's keep.
But then you know what? Let's keep it real, innit?
Yeah.
How much teams go to Liverpool and beat Liverpool? Nottingham Forest. Who else? I get we didn't turn up, but why are fans so upset? We weren't guaranteed we were going to win
because we looked like a bunch of kids. You know what I was hoping for. And I don't think you like when you look at Bournemouth's team, bro. Like legit, when you look at Bournemouth's team,
I'm gonna get you on this. Let me stop you there. When you finish, watch how I'm gonna counteract what you just said. Go on.
When you look at Bournemouth's team on paper, they're not better than Tottenham.
Okay.
But look at the performance that Bournemouth put in against Liverpool. I don't mind losing to Liverpool, bro, as long as we had a fight. We didn't have a single shot, bro. Not one shot on target. Oh my god!
I'm gonna throw this at you, brother. Okay.
Man.
How much games does Bournemouth play a week? And how long? That's the first point. And how long have they been playing these number of games per week? Okay, they don't. They play once a week, right? Have you not noticed a pattern? When teams play once a week or are not in Europe or out of cups, tend to do good in the league.
Yeah.
Okay, Spurs done all right last year in the league, right? Because we weren't in Europe.
Yeah.
How are Chelsea doing this year?
Yeah, they're struggling.
No, they're doing pretty well.
They're doing better than us anyway because they're playing in some idiot competition.
Conference League with like their C team. See, when you don't have to keep putting your first team in all these competitions, you would do well. Unless you've got a big squad like Liverpool, even like a Chelsea, or I won't even say Arsenal or Man City. When you've got a decent squad, you will do well. Tottenham's squad we're in a rebuild, isn't it? And I think if we had all our players fit, we would do all right. But because we've had so many injuries, where it's playing the same set of players in Europa, Carling, FA Cup, League. Remember, we were in so many competitions. They were always going to get burnt out unless some of these players came back. So that's why I can't. When people chat nonsense, not chat nonsense. When people come with their opinion, I'm just like, unless you're going to look at the bigger picture, I can't even listen to you.
So then I would say this then, and I agree with you. And this is not, we're bedroom, so this is not you drawing me out and I'm not drawing you out. Because I want to, when I see your comments sometimes in the chat, I sometimes think to myself, am I overreacting? So then you look at Tottenham's squad and you look at the performances of a Jed Spence, for example.
Okay.
And you look at a Regulon that's there and you think to yourself, well, you could have managed this better, no? You could have brought in Jed Spence a lot earlier. Why didn't you do it? You could have brought in why haven't you brought in Regulon? Like, really and truly, if you're going to play left back, what difference does it make anyway? Do you get what I'm saying?
Regulon weren't even meant to be at Spurs, but I get you. He's been forced to put him in the squad.
Yeah,
I get it.
So, and then I'm looking at, like, even like Solanke, you know, he was putting in those hours. I get it, but I do think something deep down tells me, why don't he manage this team better? Like, even now, you see that he's not trying to rush Van der Ven back or whatever. But why did you rush him back for the Chelsea game?
It was a big game.
It was a big game, but we've lost. It's only 3 points. It's only 3 points, though. In doing that, we lost them for a further 12 games. Like,
it's a tricky one. So I'll tell you why it's a tricky one. If he didn't play them and we lost, Spurs fans would have been pissed. They said they were ready, innit? So if they say they're ready, play them. I would have played them as well. It's a tricky one. If he didn't do it and we lost, he would have got the same treatment. If he did do it and he got injured, it's the same treatment. So no matter what he does, he gets a rough treatment. But I think it's because sometimes what he says in these press conferences, I wouldn't say they come back to bite him, but it's like sometimes the media are waiting, and it will always happen eventually. What you say tends to come back to haunt you, innit? And that's what I think's happened with him. So it's like they're waiting for him to say something silly. What's that, Marlon Sensible?
So it says Marlon Sensible also, you don't go to Anfield and show fair by parking the bus and hopefully hold a lead. You got to fight and have a goal. And I guess I hear what you're saying, Marlon. And so this is, I don't know if you've heard this, but this is what I'm thinking. And you're going to laugh at this, but I genuinely believe this. I think Postecoglou is Bet365. Yeah. I think you know what I mean. I think he is, bro.
What?
I think he's a madman. I think he's a gambler, bro. I swear down. Because it don't make sense. What it is, when you gamble and you play roulette, sometimes, bro, it works. Like when we beat them 1-0. We won 1-0, but even he said that it weren't supposed to go that way. I think he does the same thing, and in the other leagues, because the leagues weren't great, he gets more wins than losses. But in our league, he's gonna keep doing the same thing, and he's gonna take more L's than wins. And bro, like, when people tell me, but it's in a rebuild and you know, Postecoglou ain't that bad, rare. I'm looking at I'm just doing the numbers, bro. Under Pochettino, we never dropped this low to do what we did under Poch. Under Conte, you don't drop almost at the league to bout. Even Arteta, he finished 8th. You get me? Like there's some sort of balance. You get me? There's a balance. Bro, right now I feel like we've fallen off. We could get relegated. Like I'm not so entitled to believe that we won't get relegated, bro. I'm not that entitled. Nah, me, I can see with my eyes. I'm not Ray Charles or Stevie Wonder. We could get relegated, and even if we don't, bro, the drop off is too much. So I guess the question I have for you is why? What are you seeing? Because for me, for Postecoglou to still be in a job for me, we needed to be top 7. If we were top 7 right now and we lost to Liverpool, yeah, Tottenham fans would be getting vexed, but not like this. But bro, we're like, bro, we were 16th before we played Brentford last week. I mean, come on, bro. Like I've never seen us so. It's been a minute that I've seen us this low. This is like Jerry Francis kind of days. Do you get what I'm saying?
And this is, but people are still not seeing the fact that we're missing players, and we've been missing players. You only could judge a man when he's got his full tools. He hasn't got his full tools. How can you have up to nearly 11 players out? Because you wouldn't be having your youth players on the bench. Even those boys that came on in the Europa game, and I'm glad they all scored. The youth players, they wouldn't have a sniff in our team. It's because we have no choice. We got to play them. So I can't beat them up right now. Obviously, the performances have been hit and miss. But it's just, I think it's just part of the rebuild, isn't it? And the rebuild is when we get all our players back in, I'm sure we'll do better. But you know what the maddest thing is? Yeah. If we don't get results straight away with our full squad, what some of the player fans go, oh, look, we got our full players back. But anyone that plays football knows if you've been injured, you're not going to be up to speed within 1 or 2 games. It's going to take several games. Patience is the key here. Patience is the key. And people need to understand, as I said before, we're in a rebuild. Right off this season, we might luckily get a cup or go on a nice little cup run. This be realistic. That's my whole thing. This be realistic. Yeah, I agree with you. I've seen some bad days with Spurs. I wouldn't even say this is bad yet. It can get, if we lost to Brentford, it could have got, don't get me wrong, it can still get bad, but it's not that bad. We're coping at the moment with so many injuries. And you said it earlier. Take out key players out of Arsenal, Liverpool, and see how they do. Liverpool's got a full-fledged team. No injuries. How the hell are they? I don't know how they've coped. Not how they coped. I don't know how they ain't got no injuries.
These real cases. But also, you know, I was speaking to my brother earlier, and he was talking about the fact that one, Liverpool don't overpress. Like we play high tempo football, and he's got 3 man almost in every position that can do a job. You know,
they've got 5 strikers, brother.
Yeah, bro.
It's like I'm playing champ man. That's how. When I saw Liverpool the other day, this is like my champ man team. If 2 players get injured, Oscar's bringing.
And 30 players, and you know what? He made a good point, and I thought, yeah, this is why it was going to be a good combo. He was saying, look, the youngsters that we have, they've not even had time to understand Ange Ball, really and truly Archie Gray, Bergwijn, Mikey Moore. They need time to gradually bring them in, but these men have been thrown in without a clue.
And they learn on the job.
17-year-olds, everyone's in the hot mate. All on the Titanic trying to find the laugh.
It's an apprenticeship, brother. They're learning on the job.
Learning on the job, mate, and getting banged at the same time. Do you get what I'm saying? But I don't know how much they're learning when they're not even playing in their position. Do you get what I'm saying?
But hold on, isn't it a good thing to learn different positions as a player?
It is, but like, let's be real. People talk about Archie Gray. What a player! He's played well, rare.
He's done very well.
He's done very well in the circumstance, but he's not blown up. He's not blown me away. And the reason why he's not blown us away, I think, is because we've not seen him in his position. It's like putting Ethan Nwaneri. It's like putting him right back. or left back. I just don't think he's the same player.
It's true, but he's done a very good job. And to be fair, to put an 18-year-old that's never played there, I think he played a few times for Leeds. I think as a right back, he hasn't been rinsed, as in players like proper playing the ball past him and running past him. His positional strength is so good. You know, you have to respect them. Even Bergwall, Gray, Moore. You got to rate these guys. They've been thrown in the deep end. They've done a job, and I can't knock them.
I want to ask this question and throwing it out. SDFC. Big up to everyone that's locked on.
Thank you. That comment's right. We don't know what a rebuild is. That's the problem.
I want him to. Can you just contextualize that for me? What you mean by we don't know what a rebuild is? Because for me, under Pochettino, we were rebuilding and we never dropped this low. Under Conte, we were rebuilding, we never dropped this low. Under Mourinho, we were rebuilding, we never dropped this low. I guess for me...
Under who? Conte and Mourinho?
No, I just think, and I'm just asking you, Marlon, like legit, what happens if it turns out that Postecoglou's a fraudster? That means we've wasted time, bro.
What's a fraudster?
Bro, like, he's not that... He's out of his depth. What makes you think that you think he has I think he's got no clue. You think he's got a clue. I want to know why. Because I'm not seeing it in the setup. When we went to play the Liverpool game at home, and he did the high line thing and we got whacked 16, I was like, but that was suicide football, bro. Why would you go into battle with no shield, with no bulletproof vest? That's like going to war on the front line and saying, all right, run at them and shoot them down. Come on, it was crazy, bro. I'd have built some trenches. Do you know what I mean? I had some grenades that I would have thrown over just to see Wagwan, like satin. Check the surroundings.
See, this is where I'm going to get you again. So with the game at home, we should have sat back against them, yeah?
The home game?
Yeah.
Yeah, bruv. I think we needed to be more pragmatic in that game.
Okay, so he done it the other day and we still lost. So what's the difference?
Bro, for me...
he can't win. He sat back the other day, lost 4-0. Yeah, at home he went for it and lost. He can't win.
Did you think he sat back?
The other day.
Or you think we got pressed back?
No, wait. I think he set that team up we were 1-0 up. He set the team up not to be easily broken through, which Liverpool weren't getting through, you know. Let's be honest, Liverpool weren't really getting through. They had us in exactly. And that's how we set us up.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Do you know what it is? I think that I thought Liverpool boxed us in. We struggled to get out. But again, though, the football man in me would say that why, you know, like even one or two positions can make a big difference on a football pitch. I think you know that. And big up Donna Colin in the building, big up Jordan, big up all the people them that are here. And my main concern is that if you're doing a low block, why play Archie Gray at right back when that's not his position? Why not go with a Porro? Why not go with a Jed Spence? Why not go with Reguilon? Reguilon can't invert. That's why you don't want him there. But if you want to stink out the place, do Reguilon, do Jed Spence. That man can just do the dirty.
Play Reguilon instead of Jed Spence.
Well, Reguilon left back, Jed Spence right back. And because Archie Gray was getting, you know, like he was unaware of his blind spot. That's why during the game he had to swap Spence and Archie Gray because it was bad.
No, he didn't.
There was a couple of minutes, Archie Gray had to go left back and Jed Spence went right back. Why did you think that was? Because he was struggling.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
He went there. Oh my God, Deji! I thought, don't let me lose respect for you. Listen, when I saw when they went there, hold on, Deji. I know you're a football coach as well, Deji. Yeah. You know, I saw when Spence went to right and Arch went to left. Do you know why that happened? Why? Because somehow Spence went over there. Suppose Spence left his position and went straight to right back, and you got two players on left back, and you got two players on left back. You know when players have to interchange sometimes if a player is out of position. You do know that, innit? I know you know that. Don't make me try and insult you.
Yeah, I know.
And that's why it happened. He didn't actually go there because he was told to go left back or right back, because he wouldn't have left Salah alone with Gray.
Yeah.
When Spence left Salah turned into a worldie again. When Salah had Spence on him, he couldn't go nowhere. I think the only reason Spence went there because it might have been a corner or a free kick or something. He ended up there. So Gray has to stay there until he gets back in the position. It's not that he got moved for. He was struggling.
Okay. Oh, bro, I heard that, and you're right. I respect you. No,
but it generally is that. Come on, it's stuff. Players have to know how to interchange. If a player's left their position, someone drops in there, you got to wait for the player to go out a bound, and then we can get back into your original position.
That's fair.
I agree with this statement. Liverpool weren't great first half.
Liverpool didn't really have to do much. But I guess for me, the difference between the first game and the second game is we went for it. Whereas, like, when we won 1-0, we went for it, bro. This game, we didn't even go for it. But can I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
Go on. You ask your question and then I'll ask mine. Yasser TV, calm yourself down. You're asking me about trophies. Where's your trophies, my brother? We are on for the double.
Who's Yasser TV?
Well, if Marlon, and I'm going to ask Marlon, that's my final question for Marlon as well, so he knows whether we can win any trophy, and if so, how many. So don't worry, we're going to answer that question in the Law Kirsan today. Then it says, what kind of tea? Or, I don't know. Bro, what was you going to say? Because I got a question to ask you.
I actually forgot. Sorry, go on.
Oh, bro, the other thing is, I know I'm nitpicking, but I need you to calibrate me, is that Postecoglou at the end of the Brentford game where Jed Spence got man of the match, said, yeah, he's doing well. He's doing well. He's doing a job for us until Udogie comes back.
Oh, did he exactly say that?
He did. He's a man.
I need to see that quote. Let me see the quote.
For me, I need a quote.
I need to see the quote before. No, hold on. Before you gun him. I need the quote. No,
bro, I swear down.
I need to see the quote.
I'm telling you, he said it. Any Spurs fan or anyone that heard that,
I need a quote.
Please corroborate what I'm saying.
No, man, some Spurs fans are delusional and they'll just pick out something. Let me see the quote.
Marlon, trust me, it's 100% right. But for the purposes of this show, assume it is. But you're gonna check and see I'm right. He went, yep, Jed Spence is doing the job until Udogie comes back. What?
If he said
Jed Spence is doing the job until Udogie comes back. Are you mad?
But let's be fair.
He's better than Porro and Udogie.
Hold on. No, wait, hold on.
This brother in his
no, hold on. Let me stop. Spence is very good. But Udogie, if I'm pronouncing it right, remember he's left-footed. So there's no turning back. There is straight outlet on the left. Let's be honest. I'm not knocking Spence. Very good footballer. But Udogie is a left player, left-footed, can do this position better than Spence. Are we agreeing there or not? Spence might be a better defender, but Spence is right-footed playing left. So that should answer the question there. Porro going forward and technically is better than Spence. Spence is a good defender and a battler. Porro can offer, man's ran off the screen. You know, I thought you ran off the screen. Porro, yes, there might be a few goals scored in that part of the pitch. But let's be honest, Porro's technically and offers more than Spence going forward. If anyone argues that, they need to watch what Porro brings to Spence.
No, you're right.
Defensively, I agree with you. He gets caught out because he likes to run up and down. But watch when he came on against Liverpool, watch how Spurs played so much better. Because he can find a pass. Don't get me wrong, he overdoes it sometimes. I watch him at Spurs, I'm like, we do it. But technically, he's a baller. Because remember, he's actually a left winger.
Why don't we play Pedro Porro right wing? Because he can't defend anyway.
I'm surprised he didn't do that the other day. I'm surprised he didn't do that the other day. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't do it the other day when he put Spence there.
That solves your Brendan Johnson problem, no?
You see with Brendan, he's goal saving. Yep. And other than that, he's to me the squad player, but he's still young. I'm saying he's an option off the bench that we don't have now. But yeah, Spence, I'm not Spence. Johnson ain't a starter for me personally because he doesn't take on a man. But maybe he isn't a winger. Maybe I don't know what he is. He ain't a striker. I say a striker.
Both defenders first though. So you'd rather concede for the sake of scoring? Question mark.
What do you mean by that?
Like Spence and Porro. Who would you rather start? I would rather start Spence over Porro. Personally.
I'm having Porro. Spence is definitely a rotation player. Spence will definitely be playing, but not starting. he's key to Spurs as well now. Now, 100% Porro. Our back four is. Do you know what? You know what the maddest thing is though? Remember the narrative early in the season? We let in so many goals from free kicks and corners. That's right now. That's gone now, isn't it? Spurs actually defend pretty decent now. You know, only now they're not defending, or we're letting in goals. It's because it's not our first team back four. Come on, even Davies the other day when Van Dijk scored, the way I was cursing, I was like, "This is why you don't start. Don't get it twisted. You make 1 or 2 block challenges in a game, and people think, oh yeah, no, bro, no, you're not a starter." You need
Jordan seems to agree with you. He says over the course of the season, Porro is better than Spence. I'm not so sure. I would love to see Spence play in the same team as Udogie, Romero, and Van de Ven. I think that would be very interesting. The one positive thing I will say, because I'm not here to just slander.
I don't trust the Spurs watch. Is that a quote? I don't trust all these little pages. You know how many little fake pages are out there? Can you see that on the? It might be right, but yeah.
But what I will say, bro, is that. So I want to ask you two more things. Questions. I actually think Danzo is a good defender. I think I'm hearing murmurings that Romero and Son want to leave at the end of the summer.
Son
as well.
Son ain't going nowhere. And remember, he got his new contract.
Yeah, fair enough. But what I would say is that Danzo for me could be like what Van Dijk is for Liverpool, what Saliba is for Arsenal. I think Danzo is a madman, and I think
but that's what you need.
I like him. I really like Danzo. Him and Van de Ven could be a massive partnership. So I want to know. And I think Tel he showed enough for me to know that he's legit. And it would just be interesting when we have all players fit where Tel would play. I hope Tel is off the left-hand side and starts ahead of.
I can see him being a starter.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want him in the middle though. I think Solanke's got to be in the middle and maybe Tel coming off the left-hand side. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's for me. So I want to know what you think of our signings, and then I want to ask you the question, which is the big question: where do we go? Where do we go from here?
What do I think of our signings? I've only seen 2. That was their first game. I can't judge on it.
I think Kinski's been looking suspicious as well, bro. Since the Liverpool first game, he's been looking whack. I'm never gonna lie to you.
Nah, he's young. He's still decent.
I'm not.
Nah, you see with Kinski. He's young, he's a risk taker, and to take these risks, you have to be bold. So you've got to give it to him. He's taking these risks, kicking out. He's got caught a few times. He's still young, he's going to learn. He's only 22. So I think he's better than Forster. Forster, I swear. I don't know what he is. Even at Southampton, I'm always questioning him. But Kinski's... Even when... Who scored? When Wolves scored their second goal at Tottenham, when he went 2-2, I was like, how did that guy squeeze and force this does like this?
He's an idiot.
Like, what are you doing? Don't let me fly out the stands.
When this brother said he's going to have Forster in goal until Vicario comes back, I said, what?
Yeah, I thought that as well.
No. You're a madman. He's rubbish.
But as I said, I think it's still early days. I think you got to give these players a chance to learn the system and just give them a chance. Let's see how we do early next season. I would really be upset if Levy sacked Ange now, because let him have his full team and let's see how he does. Like after let's say 10 or 12 games in the new season, I think this season will be right. It's not guaranteed.
This season's the right of them. So you're basically
league-wise, 100% league-wise, like to get into Europe via the league, right off 100%. Even on Sunday, it's going to be a tricky game. We've got no striker going to Villa. Let's see how we do.
Dr. Johnny says this fan base swimming fair and panic as a hobby and been overreacting at every mishap for 12 months. Ange got 6 months of calm before hysteria started. I think the reason why hysteria stepped in, Dr. Johnny, is because there were games that we should have picked up points we didn't when we had our full team.
Who?
And then because he didn't pick up those points, then the other points, it just made it even worse.
Sorry, Deji. Sorry, can I stop you there? What game would you say we should have got full points out of?
Yeah, you want me to give you the list?
I've got I want to check. I'm going to go one by game.
Had he done this, we wouldn't be talking Ange out.
Okay, go on.
Win against Leicester, first game of the season. Yeah.
Hold on, stop.
No,
can we do one by one? One by one. Do one get each game by. What's that on? Let's be honest. You said the last game we should have won.
You're
I
going to
agree
tell
with
me,
you. Was that
Romero,
on Ange?
bro, we should have won that game.
Was that on Ange?
Okay, not Ange then.
Hold on, let me stop
Newcastle-
you there, though. Let me
All
stop
right,
you there. Hold on, one second.
Newcastle-
One second. We're doing game by game. How many chances did Tottenham have against Leicester? That's
We had a
on
lot
the
of fun.
strikers, midfielders.
Oh, we had
They
a
took the
full team,
piss
bro.
because that
We had a
first
full-
half, Spurs could have easily been an 8-0 up or something. They just thought they were too good. Brighton's the next game. Johnson, sorry, I'll just jump to Brighton. Johnson could have made the game 3-0. But yet, these lot, sometimes I think they let the media get to them. Spurs are a good team.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have lost to Brighton 3-2. If you went 3-0 up and killed that game, they wouldn't have got back into the game.
Bro, I think we draw. I'm also saying you're talking about Brighton, yes.
Newcastle, we should have won as well.
Newcastle, we should have drawn, and
No,
Arsenal,
one.
we should have drawn.
One, Werner had it was Werner in this game. We had bare chances against Newcastle.
Yeah.
We controlled these games. No, Arsenal, they cheated. I don't care what anyone says. That was a foul on the goalie.
Ah.
But it is what it is.
So what?
I thought you would have went to Ipswich and Ipswich.
Okay, and then, if you want to, I don't even need to go Ipswich, but really and truly, we should be getting a draw at home against Ipswich. Yeah,
We
a
should
draw against Ipswich at home
We
at
shouldn't have
least.
lost. But let me show
Yeah?
you something. Let me show you something. What
Oh.
teams do. I'm gonna show you something. When no, hold on, I am defending Spurs. Let me show you something because I go there too much, and I'm actually considering next season. You see when teams go 1-0 or 2-1 up against Tottenham.
Yeah.
What's the wasting time? The goalies taking the piss, players dropping on the floor. It's game management. The game management from these teams is just ridiculous. But you're right. Spurs should have beaten them. But then Ipswich have beaten teams. They've beaten
But
teams.
you're right. But what I'm trying to say is, had he got those results over the line, and they don't all need to be wins, even draws. I don't think the kind of the fan base is as hysterical as it is. But we're hysterical because we didn't get those results, and then we followed by, bro. After the Brighton game, I was talking in jest when I said, you know what, with this little win one, lose one, win one, lose one, Tottenham could lose 18 games this season. Now, if I had told you after the Brighton game that Tottenham could lose 18 or 19 games, you would have laughed at me. Oh, Dej, calm down, man. Relax, man. You're overhyping and you're exaggerating. But, bro, we are the 8th of Feb and we've lost 13 games.
Nah, hey. But
5 more games. 5 more games to go.
How many injuries have we had?
I get you. I'm just saying, bro. So that's all I'm saying is like, I think like you're right. Look, I like Ange ball. I like the football. I do, and part of me is like, he deserves. I prefer this under Conte or Mourinho all day. But what I'm not liking, bro, is you coined it yourself. The game management hasn't been. That's been my big criticism. He's on his inability to manage games properly. But also his inability to get the man them. When Arsenal, you don't need to cite them. How comes Arsenal players are always psyched up? Even in that Newcastle game, they had no chance in hell, but they came out fighting. They always come out fighting. Why aren't we coming out fighting?
But this is only a recent occurrence we're changing, like it's a rebuild. Because before Tottenham went about a good 4 or 5 years beating Arsenal at home anyway. And drawing away. We didn't really lose like that away, you know. It's only now where we have to rebuild because we're getting players out the door that it's just going to be it's going to be rough. We had to have a season where it's going to be rough. And as Poch said, it's going to be a painful rebuild. So it is what it is. So let's have 3 out of 24. Yeah, Tottenham, Chelsea, and who else?
Okay, fine.
They beat a full team Chelsea squad.
Yeah. Stephen here. I don't know how any Red Tottenham fan, you get me? Red Tottenham. Scott Spicy Spurs, Fox Bonnet FC, Red Hot Chili Peppers. I don't know how these brothers can banter me when your club was rubbish. At least we got a goal against Liverpool, the best team in the world. You man couldn't even get 1 goal against Newcastle. 4-0 on aggregate. At least ours was 4-1. I like. Have some shame. Look in the mirror. Do you get what I'm saying? Anyway, bro, just carrying on. So big up Stephen anyway, my brother. I'm doing steps to the mic later on to hopefully come through. So what I want to ask you now is, bro, where do we go? Where do we go from here? And also within that question, can we win a trophy? Because for me, bro, if Postecoglou finishes 15th, 16th, trophyless, he deserves to be on the chopping board, bro. He deserves to lose his head. I swear, Dan. You get me?
With players dropping like flies.
Bruv. You know what it is? I just think you make your own luck. I just think the way he's managed this whole thing, he's part of the reason why these brothers are getting injured. It's not a coincidence, bro. 1 or 2 players calm. The whole squad? Come on, man. Something up one there that we just don't know.
That might be the medical team.
Bro, something needs to change, bro. So for me, how does Postecoglou stay in the job? Because I even whether you like it or not, if Tottenham get banged by Villa tomorrow, I think he's out the door.
Why? Why should he go out the door? And what? Let's
the reason why he's still in the job is because of the cups, no?
But then who are you going to bring in? Who's going to want to come in when you've got bare players injured? Who in even Pep or Klopp come to Tottenham with all these injuries? What would they do? Do they play defensive football? What would they do? This is my point. They're not going to do nothing. And you're saying losing to Villa. Villa is a good team. Villa's had the whole week off. We've just played Thursday. So that's not guaranteed we're going to win. This is a rough period right now. Tottenham's only going to have a week off next week. And another week off the week after because we got through the Europa part of the league. Yeah. We've just played on Thursday and fans are expecting us to go and smash Villa, who's fresh. That's mad. If we lose, we lose, isn't it? It's not guaranteed.
Hey, if we lose, we lose. Cracking.
Yeah, but it's 4 days. There's no rotation. There's no rotation. I'm not going to go into this game saying Spurs must win. We must batter this team. When Villa's been maybe Dubai or what, they've had a whole week off, and who could Spurs play instead of that didn't play on Thursday? Who could you rotate? Who would you rotate? This is my point.
I just don't.
Yeah, but Deji, you played football. Could you play football? Could you play football at high intensity Thursday and again on Sunday at the same level?
Yeah.
They're going to be. This is what I'm saying. Fans need to be realistic. And Villa are no mugs. Villa have done. They've played very well against good teams, and they've got a good team. They're a physical team. So yeah, what if you lose to Villa? This guy. So
he's telling me I should delete my channel, which is very funny. And then they said that I never hide, big up. And then Marlon hypnotized by Ange, laugh out loud.
It's not hypnotized. This is a bit of a realist. That's what.
So basically, what are you saying? We go out tomorrow. Do we win tomorrow? Even if we go out, it don't matter. We hold tight.
No. Of course, it matters.
Do we win anything? You know, because that's what kind of gave us hope. You already confirmed the league is already done. Yeah.
The gap's too big to get.
Hill says, "Get ready to." He said he's answering Marlon's question. Says, "Deji, get ready to get touched." Basically, this brother has this team. Bruv, it's long.
My thing is,
yeah, go on.
Why set yourself up to fail? Yes, we're gonna go beat Villa. Yeah, is Villa a rubbish team? No. Villa at home. That's another thing that's in their favor. Another thing is we can't rotate. We're going to play the same set of players that have played week in, week out. So I don't know why people they've got some mad delusion that they think Spurs are just going to automatically have some fresh players to play. Right. Stop playing champ man.
It's true.
People play champ man and think because these players. God, sorry.
No, I guess for me, bro, should you be right and we go out tomorrow and we have to win the Europa League, or this has been a disaster. Because, bro, I guess for me, my thing is this, though, and hear me out. I'm not sure, even with all the man them about, that this brother can do something.
So hold on. When Tottenham have their full strength team out, you are doubting the team. You don't think Tottenham are good enough. Be honest. Is Romero a good player?
Yeah, he can do it.
Is Van der Ven a good player?
Yeah, he can do a job.
Is Vicario a good player?
Yeah, it's better than
Porro.
Yeah.
You doggy.
Yeah.
You see, the only person that's pissed me off this season, yeah, and I have his back is Basuma. I don't know. You see, when Basuma's on it, no, bro. When he's on it, and I don't know, he needs to have his dad in this country. When Basuma's dad's not in his country, this guy is just Louis Vuitton now, goes shopping. When his dad's here, he behaves, you know. When his dad's here, he plays like my dad's watching me. I need to be on this team. He needs his parents around him to keep him.
Bruv, honestly.
He's a good footballer, but against Arsenal, he done a mad pass. Liverpool, there's a few little things, but when he's on his game, he could be a good player. But
he's like you said, I'm glad you noticed it because me and you ain't talked about it. When he does the Louis Vuitton thing, you just know he's not about. He's just not about.
He does it. Yeah.
I
think he needs his dad around. I notice when his dad's here, he behaves himself and he's on things. But
yeah. So Marlon, you're saying now. So speak to the people, to the fan base now, because this is your opportunity now to qualify us, to calibrate us, to get ahead. And I think you need to talk worst case scenario and why, because I think that's what we need to learn. You know, Dr. Johnny talked about, or someone said, you know, maybe we don't understand what a rebuild is. You know, maybe that is the case. What you've seen in Postecoglou to make you think that if he somehow survives and he's at the helm at the end of in time for the beginning of next season, that we could see Tottenham doing bits, because that's really what we're going to need to see, because we're out of Europe now in all competitions.
Out of Europe,
bro. I don't, bro. If we get whacked up by Villa, bro, and we're not winning the Europa League at this stage. Like, bun this whole thing, man. It's 15th. You get me? That's all we got to offer, 15th. But anyway, so worst case scenario, talk to the fan base, because they're gonna hear this. They're gonna put stuff in the comments. Can we do anything? For me, I'm saying Postecoglou needs to do a double, but I don't see us beating Villa, so we got to win the Europa League. If somehow we finish 15th in the Europa League, I take it on the chin. You know what? I take it. I'm not happy, but I can run with it. But to finish 15th or 16th with nothing, bro, I'm ready to go to war on that, bro. I swear down. I'm ready to lose friends on that. I swear down. I'm ready to lose friends on it.
So hold on. To finish 15th in a rebuild where you've lost several players for over half or 3/4 of the season is a bad season.
Bro.
I'm just asking. Because let's say Van der Ven and Romero, between them, might have played 15 games. Udogie may have played 10 games. Vicario has been out for nearly 2 or 3 months. Solanke, 2 months. This is like it's never been seen before. So unless Spurs fans now be more realistic, understand it is going to be a painful rebuild, because it's very painful now. It's mad painful. And be patient. We'll be all right going forward. As Ange said, or any other manager will say, putting these young players in these positions now will only benefit them in the future. And I think right now, 100% Bergwijn, when he first came, I was like, who's this player from Sweden? He's dead. Look at him now. His touch could be better. The guy's just, but now I've seen hunger, throwing himself into challenges. He don't care. I like that. But he's learning. So he's learning on the job because we've had injuries and had to throw them in. Because realistically, Gray and Bergwijn wouldn't have been playing so many games or more. If we had all our players fit, they wouldn't be able to play all these games. It's only because they've been forced into it. So they're learning on the job and they're doing all right. If we don't win a trophy, it's not here or there. Like, come on. It's always the same standard teams win the cups in this league. So let's be honest. Spurs ain't that big club everyone expects them to be. We're a big club, but there's still steps we've got to take. We just got to take our time and just work with it. It's going to be a painful rebuild. It's just some fans is impatient. I just think it's life in general. Nowadays with social media, people just want instant success. So we just firm it, yeah, and yeah, but some people can't firm it. Some people can't firm it, but it is what it is. We will get there in the end. So we just got to wait for our players to come back. I'm just not a new person. I'm just not a new person to football that this thing. Oh my God, we should be doing this and that. No, it's a rebuild. Take our time, man.
Well, I hope you're right. You know, if you're right, what are you expecting from Ange next season?
Then, as long as we're progressing, I'm good with that.
What does that mean? Because 12th is progress since we're 15th. If we finish 12th or 11th next season, would you be happy with that?
But
with
realistically,
it's very easy to do this rebuild. Yeah, okay, you've had this year to flop. You've got your full team now. What are you expecting for Tottenham next season? Hypothetically speaking, because 12th would be progress right about now.
I think Spurs fans are very reactive and they just need to chill out. When he had a full squad last year, he finished 5th without a striker. Give him another full squad and a season next year. Imagine we don't get into Europe next year and we're playing once a week. Spurs will be up the table. I keep saying I'm going to keep going back to Bournemouth. The only reason Bournemouth are so high in the table is because they're playing once a week. And then people are like, they've got injuries. They're still playing once a week. So let's just be honest. So when they done well against Liverpool, Liverpool played on Wednesday against a European team. Bournemouth players are fresh. When your players are fresh, you will do well. When Spurs, Marlon, we need whatever. Anyway, I just can't listen to. I can't listen to.
I hear you.
Everything. I'll start following people. Oh yeah, we need to get rid of this.
But I think it's a good question though. Like, what would progress look like? Because I hear you. If I'm prepared right now, you're basically telling me that take 15th with nothing this season, which I'm like, all right. You know what? It could happen. I'm not going to be happy with it, but let's say it's a rebuild. So one for season 3. Season 3 for me means top 4.
But if you're playing once a week, I think our team, that's not guaranteed though, because you've got Newcastle's a good team, Villa's a good team, Man City's a good team, Chelsea's a good team, Arsenal's a good team. There's no guarantee that Spurs will make top 4. I'm just telling you, we're in a rebuild. Forget the rebuild. Spurs have lost 11 players. That's why we're in this position. If we didn't lose our 11 players, Spurs would be doing better in the league. Look what's happened without Solanke in the team. Who was holding up the ball for Spurs? We played Tell against Liverpool. You might as well have me and you up there because he couldn't hold up the ball against them.
Yeah.
You need Spurs, when they get their full squad in, judge them maybe after 10 to 15 games. Right now, they're playing with their reserves and they've got school children on the bench who should be in school doing exams or doing lessons. They have to get notes to come out to go on the bench.
Can you imagine? So
until Spurs fans look at that, the bigger picture that we've got youth on the bench. When a man turns around thinking, Basuma's not doing well, who am I going to bring on? Oh, that boy, you get me? Oh, yeah. That scored against the European guy. All right, I wonder if he can do a job there. You want to be in a position where Basuma's playing bad. All right, come Bentancur, go on the pitch. Johnson's playing rubbish. Oh, come on, Odegaard, go on. You get me? We don't have those options. And there's people like, Marlon's not being... I'm being real, innit? Until he's got his full squad there and he's able to change for like, then judge him. To be now with this team, come on. As I keep saying, Davis ain't the first choice. Kinski ain't our first choice. Gray ain't our first choice. Spence ain't our first choice. We've played with a makeshift back four for like 2 to 3 months. And now someone's saying bad recruitment, very bad. How's it bad recruitment?
No, I'm ready. You know what? I'm ready to run with this argument. I'm ready to.
What, bad recruitment?
No, I'm ready to run with the argument of, you know what, he's been hampered by the injuries. Although,
no, that's a fact though.
Yeah, but bro, I'm not. Look, I'm just being real. I can't tell you 100% with chest. Had we had a full squad, we wouldn't be in the bottom half of the table.
Hold on. Pause.
Oh,
one second. No, pause. Pause. 1 minute. Pause. 1 minute. Take Saliba, Gabriel, the goalie out and Timber from Arsenal's team. And take away, they even got a striker. Take those 3 out of that team and Odegaard. Let's see how they do.
No, you're right. I heard that. But you asked me a question. You said whether Leicester, whose fault it was, let's say Romero had not been injured. He's a waste man anyway.
What? Who?
Romero's been having a mad season anyway. He was making bad mistakes.
He did make bad. He made at least 2 or 3 mistakes, but he's no. But wait. But hold on. You see, this is the thing. You see, when players don't play, you don't realize how good they are. Is Romero a good defender? Yes or no?
Bruv, he's got the potential to be our Saliba, but he's not lived up to them levels
this season. How many games he played this season?
He's been a liability in previous seasons, though. I think
with what,
the red cards and stuff.
But he's mature.
I just feel like his temperament, he could be a bit more calmer.
Yeah, but everyone's got something to get about someone.
Okay. All right, yeah, he is a good, for all intents and purposes, he's a top defender. Yes, he is.
Okay, cool, top defender. Can Romero find a pass?
Yeah, he can.
Okay, so have we been missing the top defender that can pass the ball out from the back?
Yes, we have. Legit, we have.
Okay, this is my point. Have we missed Van der Ven, who can also pass, but also track back and get us out of the danger?
Yeah, we have, bro. But what I'm trying to say is, do you honestly think, because Romero and Van der Ven played the Brighton game?
Yeah.
I even think they played the Crystal Palace game. If my memory serves me right. I think they played this is what I'm trying to say, bro. Like, it weren't great anyway. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, there's no guarantee. I actually said that even if Romero and Van der Ven had played against Liverpool, we were getting slapped regardless of who was on the pitch. Hold
on. So the way that came across to me anyway, because when those two play, we shouldn't be losing to certain teams. Is that right or no?
Oh, well, what is the point of mentioning it then?
No, you know what I'm going to ask. That means okay. So that means any team.
You're saying that means it won't be like this. That's what you're saying. And I'm saying,
but nothing is guaranteed. But you know they're better. Hold on, nothing is guaranteed. But you know they're better players than what we've got now, right?
I know, but Jordan confirmed their man did play, bro. They played against Palace.
But that don't mean nothing. Palace beat Man United. Palace are not. All right, Mateta is a problem, isn't it? People talk like Spurs can't lose to Palace, Ipswich, or some of these teams like the Premier League. The Premier League's not a shit league.
No, it's not. But listen to this though, because I think this is what you're doing, and I'm doing slightly different. You're taking it as in isolation. On a one-off game, anyone can lose to anyone. The point I'm trying to say to you is there was a build-up of us dropping points with the Mandem. So no one can tell me that with the Mandem back in the squad, because that's what, whether you like it or not, that's what Postecoglou is doing. He's like, when the Mandem come back, things will be all right. And I'm saying, I'm not 100% sure about that, actually.
That's a lie, though. That's a lie. So I'll tell you why it's a lie. And this is why even what he said, we lost against Palace. Before we lost to Brighton, if we won against Brighton, we would have been second or third, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So what, all these little things about we played against Palace and lost. So what? When the drop off came with Spurs is when we lost our key players. Facts, yes or no? You can lose the odd games here and there, but the big drop off, came when we lost the players. Was there a drop off though? Of course there was. That's why we came down the table. When we had those players there, we were up there, 5th or 6th. Spurs were doing good. Spurs were.
When we had those players, we were winning one, losing one.
You'll have to get the thing up.
Yeah, but
who's the admin for this? I don't. That's not right. I don't think that's right.
But roughly, bro. Leicester, we drew. Yeah. Newcastle, we lost. Arsenal, we lost. Then we beat someone. I can't even remember who we beat. Let me quickly get it up real quick.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah.
Because right now, we're just having this debate. But, look, I'm with you, bro. I'm not cussing. I'm just saying.
No. I can't take when people like Jordan, right? We lost but they played against Palace. So
all right, bro. So
Chelsea had their full squad against Ipswich and lost. What does that mean?
Let me run the team for you. Yeah, I'll read it out rather than there's a lot to go through here, but I'll read all of it out. So what's this now? Crikey, their games 4-1. I've gone 23.
Crikey, is that a work or what?
Well, it's a word I like.
Lovely
It's a
words.
word I like. It's a word I like to use. But definitely, bro, let me tell you what one now. You're ready for it, yeah? Let me read it out to you real quick. We batted up Everton 4-0.
No, you gotta go through the whole thing, man.
No, Leicester 1-0, yeah?
Yeah.
Then we batted up Everton. I was at that game 4-0. Then we lost 2-1 to Newcastle. Then we lost 1-0 to Arsenal. Yeah. Then we beat Coventry 2-1. Then we beat Brentford at home 3-1. Then we beat United 3-0.
So where would hold on, stop. You said that's when we had our players in it. So you said we were losing to teams, but people are forgetting that we beat some high profile decent teams.
All right, come
with our full team, but then they're gonna like, oh, but we lost to Palace with them, but we beat Man United, but we beat West Ham, but we beat decent.
Man U's crap and West Ham anyway. But then we lost to Brighton.
You can't say that. We beat Aston Villa.
That's come. We lost 3-2 to Brighton. Then we beat West Ham 4-1. Then we lost to Palace 1-0. Then we beat Villa 4-1. Then we lose to Ipswich.
That's when these are when the injuries. These are when the injuries kicked in. This is when Radu. Yeah.
Then we draw with Fulham. Then we lose to Bournemouth. Then we lose to Chelsea.
This is injury team. These are injuries. These are the injuries. Go back to November, please. I'm glad you had that up. So people are disregarding us beating West Ham, Villa, Man U. Who else was there? Everton. We beat Man U in October. People are disregarding these games when we had our full team out and they say, oh, we lost to Palace. Oh, we lost to Ipswich. So I don't want to swear, but so what? Ipswich has beaten Chelsea convincingly at home. Palace are no mugs. Palace have done their thing in the league, but people are forgetting when we had our full team, we did all right. But no, we lost to Ipswich. Oh, when we played against Crystal Palace, we lost to our full team. Shut up, man. Get a grip, man. The teams, when we got our full team, we're all right. Okay. Marlon, who's this? Simple Ace. Marlon has, whatever, man. I can't follow you, lot. Play chat, man. Play Football Manager. And you'll be all right.
That's calm, Marlon. I think you make a legitimate argument.
But it's the truth, though. When the results dropped is when we lost Vicario, Van der Ven, Romero, and Udogi. I'm surprised no one said Forest. Even when Forest beat us 1-0, we shouldn't have lost that game. Johnson had 2 chances to score. Maybe he got paid. Let me not say that. He didn't get paid. If he put away them chances against Forest, he wouldn't have lost that game. It's only when we've lost key players, which is now, and everyone's just burnt out with playing so much football, the performance is going to be up and down. People just need to accept that. But no, they forget that you know what people forget, and I'm glad you showed it. The beginning of the season, Spurs were doing decent. We lost to, Leicester we should have won, had so many chances. Newcastle at home, I thought there was a away team, the way Spurs had them up.
Yeah, we did have them up.
We had them up so much, and we just didn't, it happens, innit? Because you are pushing so much to win the game because you're so much on top, they scored on the break. If we're being honest, a full strength Tottenham team is better than a lot of these teams. Just give it time. But another thing is, I'll say this last thing and I'll stop talking.
That's fine.
When these players come, don't expect them to be at top level after 1 or 2 games. Give them at least 5, maybe 5 is a bit much. Give them at least 8 to 10 games to get up to speed, even though it might not even be 10 games. They got to get back up to speed. You can't come from injury and try and think you're top level. It's not a game we're playing. We're not playing FIFA. We're not playing Football Manager where automatically you're back up to speed. Give them time to get back up to speed.
No, you're right. You're right. And look, Marlon, I hear your argument. I guess for us, it's one of them things where only time will tell. And I think your argument is very persuasive. You're saying full squad, give them time. The man then will do what we believe they will do. I'm saying, I hope you're right, but I'm not convinced that under this man they will do. I look at Areola though. I think
my days,
that squad under Areola could do a better job.
Don't do that.
But hey, you know what? You've been persuasive. Like you've been persuasive. I'm gonna accept that Tottenham could go with nothing this season. But bro, if we start the beginning of next season, the first 5 games, and we only win 2 times, he's gone.
So hold on. Suppose your first 5 games are Liverpool away, Man City at home, Arsenal away, Chelsea at home. No, but I'm just saying, for example.
Okay.
And Brighton at home. Suppose you've got a hard first
6 points.
against who? Who you getting points against?
If we take no point in those first 5 games, what do you want me to do? You want me to stick around?
No, but yeah, no, yeah. I just think
no, but I can't take this. I can't take people said, "Oh, this is our level." This ain't our level, man. You said,
but this is but this is where you have the argument back, and I keep even listen to Ange's interviews. It's like a repetitive conversation. How you not doing? Oh, we're missing 11 players. Oh, how you doing? We're missing 11 players. They ask the same question. I don't know how he doesn't walk out. If you cannot see I'm missing key players, and when one player comes in and another player is injured, if you can't see that, stop asking the same question. I would have lost the plot a long time ago in these interviews. You keep asking, oh, how do you think they're like the questions like implying how do you think they're doing? Could they do better? You're playing Archie Gray, who's come from Division 1 or Championship to come start for Tottenham. You're asking Bergwall, who's come from Sweden, which is maybe, let's say, the 2nd division here. He's starting in our game. You've asked Spence, who came from the Championship, hasn't played for 2 years, to come and play in the Tottenham team. You've asked Kinski, who's come from, Austria, to come and start for Tottenham. A lot of these players haven't got the Premiership experience.
No, you're right. You're right. No, you are right. I guess maybe what we're asking for is maybe we're unrealistic. We're asking them to produce miracles. I guess for me, Marlon, before we land, and big up to everyone locked in, locked on. It's been a great debate. I guess for me, it's like, I want to see that he's able to manage what he's got. And the sense I get from an Areola, the sense I get from Marco Silva is somehow they do something with quite an average squad.
Deji.
They
play once a week.
Okay. I hear that.
A week. Give me and you a team once a week, and I've got them. Even my girls' team, I train them once a week for 2 hours. If I was to have them for 5 days for once a week, they'll be so much better. Do you get what I mean? I'm just saying, when you've got one game a week, you're going to be fresh. You're going to be on it. When you're playing a team that plays 3 times a week, you've got every chance to beat them. You're tired.
Yeah.
And as I keep saying, Spurs are playing 3 times a week with players that never played in the Premiership. They've never played in Danso, never played. He played for Southampton. Tell, he played for Bayern Munich. Is Bayern Munich in the Premiership? We've got 5 or 6 players, Mikey Moore. We got let's say 7 to 8 players that have not got Premiership experience. But Spurs fans are guiding it. Do you know what? To be fair, it's not the fans at the stadium.
I know.
The fans at the stadium.
It's the fans online.
Online warriors that chat the most. Don't go to the game. They can't even get a free ticket to Europa. Chat the most. Listen, what I'm saying, yeah? If anyone wants to go to a Spurs game in the midweek, European, come chat to me. I'll give you a free ticket to go and watch it. Because you online warriors are getting out of hand, You lot chat the most. I will get you a free ticket to go to the European games, yeah? This hit up there, G. I'll get you a free ticket because you online warriors are getting out of hand. You're too vocal and you're chatting too much.
You're right. I've been to a couple games this season, and they're not as restless as the man them online. So I totally agree with you. But yeah, Marlon, look, I appreciate you, man. That was a good conversation. You know what I mean? Let's see. I think for me, I was like, you know what? Hey, they said you should definitely debate Sava. I said, you know what? I would like.
Who's Sava?
Trophy. Sava is he's a brother that he's been Ange out from day one. From when we were doing well, he was Ange out. So he would have rock up his chair. But you know what? I appreciate this, Marlon, because sometimes you need a different perspective. And, for me, it's about maybe I have to lower my standards for our club. Maybe the standards are too high.
Maybe I've done that then. I think I wouldn't say I've lowered it. I think it is a bit lower, but I just think I'm just realistic and understanding to what's going on. As I keep saying, I've said it about 20 times.
Like I said,
without the injuries, would be fine.
I said, though, the upshot of that is when there is no injuries, because there will be a time where everyone's back, and there will be a period of time, hopefully, fingers crossed, a sustained period of time, then I need to see Wagwan. And that's Ruben, you know. Ruben. Wagwan, Ruben. Yes, my brother. Ruben. Ruben.
We work with?
Ruben.
Man like Ruben.
Yeah,
you know, my uncle watches this. Like, yo, I see you, did you? I was like, what?
So yeah, man, that's big, man. No, Marlon, big up to you. So as we leave, don't worry about going out of the FA Cup. Just focus on
listen, no, I'm not accepting we're going out, but I'm just accepting the fact that they've had a whole week off and we've played. Who did we play last week? I can't remember.
Well, we played
Brighton, a hard game. Liverpool was an emotional game for fans and players. So it wouldn't surprise me if they're tired going into this game. But we'll see.
We'll see.
I hope for the best because I think we deserve something. Because what we've gone through this season, we deserve something.
The level of mud this season is terrible.
Yeah,
but yeah. Now, big up to everyone in the location. Big up. Thank you for tuning in. Saturday afternoon, FA Cup weekend. Tottenham tomorrow. I'll be doing a watch along. I don't know why, but man will do a watch along to see what.
Your watch alongs are going. They're out there, and you're on the feed of Tottenham fans. You make me laugh, though. You know, even your songs, you start singing it.
Man, it was easy. The thing was easy like Sunday morning on Thursday. But it's all Big up to everyone. We'll see you. I'm going over to Hassam's channel right now. Chop that Liverpool brother up real quick. I'm going to be taking some of the nuggets that Marlon's just given me, and I'm going to throw it on that brother's face real quick. So big up to everyone locked in, locked on. Make sure you smash a like. Thank you for tuning in, and we are out.
Yes.